So this week, we're talking about turning scarcity into abundance. And what the heck am I even talking about here? I have this picture of gold, so gold meaning abundant. But let's get into it. So why do I even care about scarcity? Like why are we talking about this today? I want to offer you that we attract the energy that we put out there. We attract the energy that we have. It's as simple as that. And some of you may be thinking, what does that even mean? Has Kirby totally got off the deep end in her hippy dippy ways? Well, the jury's still out on that one, but I firmly believe, based on my experience and other clients' experiences, that the energy we put out there is the energy we receive back. Jess Lively, Tara Brach, some of these leaders in the mindfulness and psychology space truly believe and teach this exact concept. So, what does this really mean? So, let's say you're single in the dating world. You really want to find a partner and you really want to be in a relationship, and it's just not happening. You think, ugh, like it is just so hard to find someone to date these days. I don't know if I'm ever going to find that person. That is the energy that you're putting out there in the world, and that's the energy that you'll attract. Therefore, it will be really hard to find someone and really annoying and not very fun. So instead of coming from a place of scarcity, like it's so hard to find someone to date these days, if you can genuinely come from a place of abundance, meaning, oh, it just takes one, like it's interesting to go on dates and hear about people's stories, your energy and thus your reality will completely shift. So instead of thinking, again, like it's so hard to find a partner these days, you can generally shift to it just takes one. And I know I'm going to find that person. I know it. And you actually will find that person. Now, I talked about this from a dating perspective, but this can be applied to any area in your life. So let's dive in. Here are some examples of scarcity. I'm going to walk through them now. So that first one we just talked about, ugh, it is just so hard to find my person in today's dating world. Secondly, it's really hard to find a job that I like that I'm not super stressed at. There's only so many of those jobs out there. Another example, she has such a better life than I do. She has the near perfect relationship and dream job, if only. Another example, there's only one perfect exercise routine out there for me. I need to figure it out right now. And lastly, there's only one right career path out there for me, and it's hard to find, and I need to get it right. Are you noticing a theme with these thoughts? All of these examples are grounded in the belief that there's only so much good stuff to go around. And the energy you put out there, the thoughts that you are thinking and experiences you're feeling, is the energy that you're going to attract. So if you think it's super hard and stressful to find a job that you love, it will be. You create the reality you live in. So when we believe there's only so much to go around, we are coming from a place of scarcity, of jealousy, of thirstiness. Isn't that a great word? Thirsty. Jess Lively uses that a lot. I really like it. And when we talk about this, like scarcity, can you just feel your body tensing up when you think about these examples? So what do we do? The first step is being aware of where in our lives we're having thoughts grounded in scarcity. So ask yourself, what scarcity thoughts am I having? For me personally, until the past 6 months or a year or so ago, it was really a scarcity around dating. I thought it was so hard to date and so hard to find someone, and I just didn't know if I was ever going to find my person. And by introducing new thoughts that I actually believed, I totally changed my mindset around dating. So after you've identified the thoughts that aren't serving you, that you really want to change, the second step is to identify that new thought of abundance. For example, in the dating world, it just takes one, and I know I'm going to find my person. Can you just feel yourself relaxing more and breathing? The third step, how are you going to remind yourself of this new thought? So similar to what we talked about last week with new thoughts around confidence, are you going to write this new thought of abundance on your whiteboard? Is it going to be a calendar reminder on your desktop, on your computer? You can put a post-it note in creative places like your lunch, you're on your laptop, in the bathroom mirror. Get creative, have fun. And then fourthly, practice, practice, practice. It's never going to be 100% perfect, and some days will be better than others, but truly keep at it. Practice being aware of when these thoughts grounded in scarcity are coming up for you, and practice thinking of that new thought of abundance instead. That feedback loop will become faster and faster, so you're able to switch your mindset faster each time. So here are the scarcity thoughts we just walked through, and example alternative thoughts coming from a place of abundance. Let's walk through them. So that first one is, it's really hard to find a job that I'm not super stressed at. There are only so many of those jobs out there. An alternative thought that better serves you and coming from a place of abundance is, it just takes one job. I know and trust I'll find a job that's a good match for me. Secondly, that scarcity thought is, she has such a better life than I do. She has a near perfect relationship and the dream job. I'll never have that. Changing that to a mindset of, I can have that too. She's truly an example of what's possible. And we're not getting too much into it today, but when we think about jealousy and scarcity thoughts, how we can turn that around is, instead of being jealous of someone that they have the perfect job, or they have the perfect relationship, or the perfect body, or the perfect life, thinking, well, one, nothing's ever quite as perfect as you think it is from the outside. But secondly, that person is an example of what's possible for you. Just because they have it doesn't mean you can't have it too. And here are a few more examples. So that thought grounded in scarcity is, there's only one perfect exercise routine for me. I need to figure it out. And a thought coming from a place of abundance is, there are multiple exercise routines that serve me. Like, I'm happy where I am right now with my exercise routine, and I'm eager for more. I'm eager to figure out what my next iteration is going to look like. And then lastly, that thought around, there's only one right career path for me and I need to figure it out and I need to get it right now. Changing that to, there are several different career paths I could be perfectly fulfilled with and in, and I'm excited to explore possibilities. So check out the worksheet that's linked here, and you can go through the exercise of identifying thoughts grounded in scarcity, and then start practicing new thoughts coming from a place of abundance. And you'll notice it's a similar model to what we walked through last week around confidence and activating confidence. And I want you to get used to this model of identifying the thought that's not serving me, brainstorming alternative thoughts that better serve me, picking one, and then practicing implementing them. How are you going to remind yourself of it? It's a beautiful model that if you practice and have faith in, will work in really changing a lot of your thoughts that aren't serving you into thoughts that really, truly are serving you, that then get you the results that you're looking for.